here we are. You've completed the game. You obtained your 4th class. Your power is at its limit. You cannot become more powerful. You have shed your clothing in exchange for pure, monstrous, magical might. You are the Spellbinder. So let's see just how powerful you really are. Again, there are 4 classes in the game. Tier 1 would be neutral. That would be the magician. We started off as a measly little fighter with our little puny holy bolt spell. This carried us to level 18, where we got our 1st class changed. We were posed with the option of going either light or dark, but we chose the dark, and we became the mysticist. Again, at level 38, you had the option of changing your class, but once more, the choice was light or dark. We have turned away from the dark. We moved into the light, and we were the Rune Seer. Now we are Tier 4, our final class, and this is just one singular class for the dark path. Just how good of a Spellbinder you will be determined by the classes, will be determined by your 3rd tier classes. So in this case, we went with the Rune Seer, and we have Guardian Runes and Ton Shatterer. Alright, so new class, new goodies. The final passive that we get is recover 3% of MP when receiving damage. This is nice. The dark path does have MP issues, unlike the light path. So getting MP when and where we can definitely will help. But, you know, at this point in the game, you're going to have so much money, and all you need to do is just blow a lot of nuts on her, and she'll be right back to max MP. So, I mean, it's a little late to the party, as they say. It really would have been nice, maybe on class 3, but is what it is. Alright, so class strikes. We get our final class strike. This is Ton Annihilation. This is basically an upgraded Ton Shatter. It's, you know, they're quite similar, and this one will hit twice. This is just a one and done. The range on it is similar, so I mean, you may want to stick with Ton Shatter. It's a little bit cheaper, and you know, your Angela, you're going to be killing things anyway, so you do not get any more class strike bars. You only get your final class strike, and this is going to take everything, all 400%. So, and the most important part about the waifu is, of course, the costume. This one here, this is your dream girl, the anime pillow that you sleep with, and your pajamas, your blankets, your sheets, and your stickers on the back of your laptop. Again, you still have the option of selecting some of her other costumes if, you know, this isn't your, but then again, who are we kidding? I mean, right, you know you're gonna, you know. Alright, let's move on. Stats. So the deal here is 2 through 6. You're gonna get 3 abilities. Then again, you may get, you know, several abilities off a single value. You know, 15 you're getting 2 here, but it's 3 abilities moves per class. These 3 correlate to the magician. These 3 here, 9 through 15, this is the mysticist. And of course, with the Rune Seer, we got our extremely powerful level 3 spells. So this would be 21 to 33. You did, of course, get cheat. You will be most definitely, by this point in the game, you're probably going to have at least 1 to 2 to 3 levels on every enemy. So this is, again, this it's still useful. So let's see what we got here. So 43 through 63. These abilities here will not change, only the abilities 21 to 33, depending on whether you went the Magus or the Rune Seer. We went with the Rune Seer. Alright, so 43, we get cheat 2. This is even more damage. It's just free damage. You know, you're gonna be over leveled. It's pretty easy to be over leveled in this game. You know, so just more damage. These are really good. You complete the set, so quite nice. We're definitely gonna want to take this up to 43. For stamina, again, just like on every character, you don't go into stamina. You're not going to use any of this stuff. This, of course, you know, stamina has some use actually getting to your 4th class, because it's kind of tough, especially for Angela. The other characters just it's a breeze, but for some reason Angela, you know, she's really gonna have to work. She's gonna work it. So I mean, this could be useful for maybe one fight, but then again, not really. All right, let's go over these abilities. So we get Victory Health 3, 30% HP when an enemy defeated. Cannot get knocked back while casting. I suppose this could be useful, but you know, probably not. Alright. Intelligence. So, intelligence is what we're going to be going all into here. We are going to get 20 extra intelligence, and we are going to get wound magic all 2. So, this is just the bigger brother of wound magic. And again, you are Angela, the Prinny Queen, and your allies are just here to die and sandbag and give you their life force for more damage. So this is exactly what this does. The Grand Seer, I would say, is the worst path. You know, you do have the powerful quadfecta, you know, the 4 basic elemental spells, but again, you're gonna have to play the elemental affinity game, and that is not a very fun game. You know, but the damage potential is there. Wound magic will definitely help with that. Spirit, you don't need to go into Spirit. Again, with MP, I mean, you should have a whole stack of nuts that, you know, you're gonna be having 99. So after every fight, you just blow a couple on her. So you really don't need, you know, it's none of these. You're not really gonna use them. You can just heal up with nuts. Again, at this point in the game, you're gonna have so much money. I mean, maybe in the beginning of the game, you know, stuff like this, but now when you're, you know, it's, yeah, no, you're not gonna go in any of this stuff. Even for the 10 MP, this is just nothing at this point in the game. All right, moving on to luck. So luck, you know, Angela doesn't get the goodies that she gets on the light path. The light path gets 40% crit, 40% crit damage. So these are very good. It's just Angela on the dark path does not get them. You know, random debuff. You don't want to be hitting things with your power attack. And this is a defensive skill. You're really not going to want to put defensive skills, you know, in your loadout. But, you know, I think that the Grand Seer, I mean, what am I talking about? Not the Grand Diviner and the Archmage are definitely better than the Rune Seer. It just doesn't have the non-elemental, and on the dark path you're not getting pinpoint 3 and crit damage 2, so it just hurts even more, and you have to play the elemental game. So I don't know. Alright, so let's load her out. Alright. So, damage-wise, you're going to want to obviously just do the cheats. Because, you know, you're cheating. You want to do the wound magic. And from here, I mean, you know, there's really not a whole lot. She has a lot of freedom here. I mean, this is just with what she gets in her trees. Again, you could do special effect because her level 3 elemental spells do inflict status on an enemy, but again, these do not work on bosses, and you don't actually need the damage to blow up random encounters. It's really, I mean, annihilate you can. This is your death spell, but then again, at this level, this point in the game, any spell that you're going to cast is going to be a death spell, so you don't need a death spell. It's just really tough. She doesn't get the damage boost that the light does, and she doesn't have the damage that the Magus does. So again, just trying to keep it to the skills that she'll get in her trees. This is about all you can do for damage here, so it's this one's pretty rough. You don't get anything new in terms of moveset. It is complete. You will complete it on your 3rd class. You only get a new class strike and a new class passive. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is head down here, and I will show you the tier 3 Ton Shatter. So we all remember this one. Pretty decent AoE. That is when they're not running behind you. Let's head over here and do it again. Let's do that. Smash. Alright, so she just killed him. Annihilated him. Now, let's look at the... Let's look at her level 4. Same deal. Boom. So that will be 2 hits. I mean, it's you might as well just use the regular old Ton Shatter. Again, you want to have your 4. Stone Cloud is probably the best. What am I doing here? Where's the... No, that's... There we are. Right? Yes. So, I mean, you know, Stone Cloud is... I mean, the cast time is less than the non-elementals. They have a really long cast time. This one's, you know, it's just really tough. The Rune Seer here just doesn't have the damage that the Magus does, or any of the light paths. There's not much I can say. She still can fall back on the Ton Shatter. That's a tier 3 class strike, and this one's just an upgraded version, more damage, more bars, but this is pretty good, I suppose. You still want to be, you know, I mean, you can get a hard magic buff if your allies are going to die, but I mean, you're really not getting all that much like you are on the Magus, so it's probably not worth it. You would just put on something like, what's it called? Protection. So for example, I'll just get in the fight. See, and I have a hard buff now. I don't need anybody to die if they die, you know, but yeah, the Rune Seer, it's the only good things I can say about it would be the class strike and the fact that if you play the elemental rock paper scissors, you can get out some extra damage, and the tier 3 elemental spells have a quicker cast time, but I mean still it's pretty tough. So alrighty, there's not much I can say here. Trying to be positive, make everybody feel good. This is your favorite class, you know. This is, you know, but I mean, the things I'd say again would be the tier 2 spells are a quicker cast time. If you're playing elemental rock paper scissors, you're going to get more damage, and she has a good tier 3 class strike. So those are the 3 pros. Everything else would be not very good. Alrighty, I'm going to end it here. I'll see you guys again. Take care now.